Hey, this is Ree here. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate all of you. Thanks to Kali Ma. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. It really helps me a lot. Don't forget to check out my website, paradoxastrology.com. Book your consultation today. I can help you with anything. And if you would like more exclusive occult videos that I don't post on YouTube, consider subscribing to my Patreon. It also helps support this channel. Okay, let's get into this video. This is about the full moon that will be happening in Gemini in Nakshatra Ardhara, and this will be on December 26th. So, Gemini is how we communicate, among many things. And right now, Mercury is in retrograde and combust and conjunct Mars, not by sign though, at the Gandanta point in Sagittarius. Mars will be in Scorpio. This can indicate problems with travel, harsh communication based on findings in the matters of health, religion, likened to a holy war like we see in the Middle East right now. I made a separate video about this which describes the Mars transit in Sagittarius in great detail, and you can check that out. Mars will start its transit on December 27th. So this has to do with trade, banks, the court system, foreign affairs, the education system, which is higher learning, colleges, universities. Students may be revisiting some studies, but wait until December 30th because that's when Jupiter will turn direct. So these hiccups will be solved as Mars and Jupiter will be making a mutual reception, especially when it comes to foreign affairs, or foreign students will be benefited as well, among many other things. But Mars will also be aspecting Rahu as well. So definitely check out my video for the detailed description. Now, what this means is there's a storm brewing. This can be literal or metaphorical. It's been accumulating for some time, and now we have the light in order to see it. There's sorrow in the air. Mars in the 6th house combust is showing us that there's problems in the matter of war, health, conflicts, obstacles, employment. A major problem must be solved, which requires a change, but Mars does not have the ability to do so properly, but it will after December 27th. Mercury and Sun in Mula and Ketu in Virgo is showing us that this could be in the matters of health as well. Venus is also conjunct by sign. Mars has the upper hand in relationships. This can indicate aggression due to obsession. There's an obsession with war, with sex, with materialism in the world right now. If you go to Twitter or X, that's all you will see there. Most wars and conflicts are based on these matters. This needs to heal so that we can get back to compassion and love. This is also showing us with the Mars aspect because Mars is also aspecting Saturn. This is all the protests that we're seeing that are turning very aggressive in matters of the war, turning against the civil servants, the police, and things of that matter. Like I said, Mars is aspecting Saturn and Shabahista. People are finding out about the previous pandemic, but they are also very angry. Doctors are now under pressure. This is also the sky and the stars. There's reports of UFO sightings, but remember, this placement also indicates science fiction. Leaders are acting in their own favor. They're acting very selfish and not thinking of the people as usual. And they have been lying for centuries. The alien is just like AI. It's being positioned as the new god within the sky, when all along God and these beings have always been and will always be inside of you. God is you. Rahu is still at the Gandanta point in Pisces, and this can be hospitalizations and losses. This is also in the 10th house, showing that these storms have to do with the government, politics, national celebrities, royalty, and the ruling powers. For individuals, this is our reputation that we have to change and evolve. This change must occur. This could also be weather issues, as Rudra, the storm god, is a ruler of Ardhara, and the 4th house lord and Gemini lord are both Mercury, which is at the Gandanta point in Sagittarius. And remember, the Gandanta point is a point of challenge. It's the knot. Something will have to break. Rudra, the storm god, is used in Vedic and Tantric rituals. So at the end of a homa, which is a fire ritual, we invoke Rudra and surrender everything physical, mental, and spiritual to Rudra that is being destroyed inside of us to the holy fire. Surrendering is key with this placement. Rudra wipes out everything that must go. It may not make sense to you right now, but it will in hindsight. It will be the best thing that could have ever happened to you. After the storm comes renewal. The storm has to take place. Nothing in life stays the same. The only constant is change. The storm makes everything fresh and green again. If not, it would be left dead and dry. Tears have to be released. The emotions that we have must be released. Just like when we sweat, it releases toxins out of our body. Like these examples, the storm does not last long. A diamond is the main symbol, and pressure is what creates the diamond. They are not created by having a happy, perfect life. It's the duress that they go through that makes them shine. A diamond can cut through glass. It's sharp, just like the mind of Ardara. Remember, it's ruled by Rahu, and Rahu is the genius. It doesn't matter how much conflict or stress it endures, it can always find a solution. Don't get caught up in anger. You're too smart for that. Don't allow your emotions to overtake you. Surrender to the change. It's a necessary part of your evolution. Be Rahu. Rahu doesn't stop. He doesn't allow anything to interfere with his path or his goals. So why should you? Rules? What rules? Rules are for those who are in duality. Rahu is beyond that, beyond time and space. So beyond that he doesn't even need a form. He can influence the world even without a body. Do you realize how powerful that is? Even the sun is afraid of Rahu. You can do anything you want once you realize and know that it's not real. The sun and Mercury are in Mula. Leaders are revising what they need to communicate to the public. They're trying to cover their tracks from the past. Investigations and inquiries are happening. People want to hear the truth. International disputes, foreign policies, relations with other countries, the mortality rate. What is the root of diseases? Do we have a correct treatment? Looking at the autopsy reports and genetics. What is the truth with astronomy? Are we being lied to? Use this for the investigation into the occult side of life. Now, the professions that this will affect are electrical engineers, anything to do with electronics, computer industry, software developers, musicians that use electronic equipment, weapon experts, language experts, photographer, the film industry, anything to do with sci-fi, virtual reality, philosophers, writers, novelists, especially science fiction genre, scientists, profound thinkers, philosophers, writers, novelists, and physicians who administer poison as remedies. Pause. Those involved in the mental sports like chess, Scrabble, bridge, morticians, chemicals, and fertilizer industry. Pharmaceutical industry, handling of any poisons, nuclear power plants, surgeons, x-rays, radar, food processing, legal and illegal drugs. Politicians, manipulators, sniper, hitmen, investigators, mystery solvers, all types of people. Now, for Canada, this will be in the 3rd house, conjunct sun and moon, affecting the weather, the homeland, snow, stormfalls, delays and issues with communication, with travel. This can also involve the entertainment industry, the mentality of Justin Trudeau, and gambling, the stock market. Now, the US, this will be very close to its descendant involving foreign affairs, crime, international disputes affecting the country as a whole, warlike activities, gains from other countries, public gatherings, and this could involve weather disasters. India, this will be in its 2nd house conjunct Mars, and this involves the financial condition of the country. This can include losses, also its partnerships with other countries, international affairs, war, public enemies. So that's just a little bit about what I see coming up with this full moon. I thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you, and I'll see you in the next one.